Prophetic Messages from the Lord for the 28th of September 2018, and this is a compilation of prophetic messages from various of God's messengers, all consolidated into a format presented to you. Please take every word you hear before the Lord Jesus Christ for confirmation. The Father says, I have not called you to live with the sins of your ancestors past. Many of my people wear the shame and condemnation of what others have done. Yes, what they did affects your life, but I say, allow me to let it affect you for the good and not to swallow you whole. What happened can be transformed if you will only allow me to touch that situation. I am no respecter of persons. I made you exactly the way that you are. I am not confused by your gender or race. You possess exactly what those I send you to are in need of. Sure, some will reject you no matter what. Brush their junk attitude off of you. I am raising you up to withstand the scorn of those in all platforms. Do not join in on hate speech, but allow me to take you to realms that others will never reach. Let my dreams become your dreams. Let my will become your will. To change the world, you have to become world changers. This does not happen in a vacuum. Allow me full access to you. I have so many wonderful plans for those that yield before me. You will still be standing while the worlds of those around you crumble. They are their own undoing. Focus on the minds that did shift out of the darkness into my light. Focus on the good that you do every day, just being who I created you to be. I am with you always. Rise up, for now you are taking the land for my honor and glory. Struggling against the current? There are times I will ask you to swim upstream to places that others will not travel or be invested in. There are times I will ask you to go with the flow of my spirit into new territories. Today, find that I am asking you to go with the flow. Many are pushing and pulling only to find nothing is working. Let go and watch me guide you in all things. All of the questions in your mind will soon quiet down. I have you at the same time of short rest until the next door opens. Let my refreshing waters replenish you once more. Rest. You have not missed my grand plans, nor missed the latest turn in the road. Where you are is where you are to be. The scenery around you is changing by my hand and not your own. You are on schedule, and the changing of the guards has begun. Embrace the new, for the old is fading out of your focus. Release the idea that you must strive hard to plow even a field that has already been worked. I see your heart to do well in what I have given you in task. I will make the crooked path straight, and you will find what is before you will yield a bountiful harvest, even while letting the ground rest. Wait on me to give you the strategy. Oftentimes, a problem seems well in your means to manage on your own, but after you act, things seem to fall apart. Wait on me, for I have a better way already lined up to deal with the problem to a complete resolution. When you walk ahead of me, you may get into a position that allows the enemy's trap to be sprung on you instead. I will give you wisdom and discernment into all that you face. I desire for you to walk in peace and rest. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Do not take on more than I have asked you to. You are being perfected in me. I will do all of the molding and shifting. You are called to just be my beloved child. Within our relationship, I will form you upon the potter's wheel. Nothing you can do but yield to what I am asking of you in this present now. Do not look to the future of where you hope to be, and do not look to the past with regrets of how far you would like to be. There is grace before you. Trust that you will arrive on time where I desire you to be. Even if you wander off for a bit, I know how to realign you. When you see your life as being filled with bad events, you will stop looking for what is blessing you this hour. Release all your hopes and dreams over to me. I will give you a reset button which will load an even better plan for your life. Do not think you are settling for a lesser plan than my original story over you. Trust in me. Believe I will come through on your behalf. Do not count the days on the calendar. I do not work on man's limited clock. Instead, I work out everything around you for your good. And when things are fully ready, then you will see all that I have stored up for you. Let me create a wonderment and amazement into my goodness towards you. You will forever be changed by one touch of my favor. Time is not really time. See it through my eyes. Many look at the years to determine where they should be in mankind's order. See this timeline tossed in the garbage of man's lofty ideas. You are in a new decade. Do you hear that? I am turning the clock upside down. Let your logic fall to the ground. Your age does not define you, nor what I will do in and through you. If I can speak through a donkey, then surely your abilities have no limits as well. Release the outcome to me. You just show up ready for the miraculous all around you to break open. I will take care of the rest. Cast aside the notion that you have nothing to offer in these endeavors. I created you. I will decide what you carry for my glory and honor. I placed inside your inner man all that I would use in your life through every twist and turn or up and down. I have not changed my mind nor given up on you. Your potential is in me and not your own doing. Let go of faulty mindsets that I will only use someone better. I have looked upon you in this hour. I am asking you to come up higher to see all that you are worth in my eyes. You are everything priceless and beyond. I brought you forth out of my own imagination because I desire you. I am not disappointed in my creation. I celebrate all that you will do today and forevermore. I have forgiven you the moment you brought your sin and disgrace before the throne. I choose always to forgive and forget. There is no other option before me. You are washed and white as snow. Forsake the ones who speak the words of the enemy over you. I am the one who bought you and also the one who has released you from a prison with no doors or windows. You are set free. I have not called you to live in the sorrows of yesterday's choices. I have called you to stand and be counted as my true and faithful. You are loved so perfectly, and no good or bad performance changes the simple truth. I choose you. I will continue to choose you. Come, remain in fellowship with me. I have wondrous mysteries to show you. You are everything to me. Do not continue to stay lost and blind through wrong religion about who I am. I will redeem you and I will restore you. I knew you when I created you. I knew you before this fallen world when you walked in perfection. I do not look upon you with disgust because you are not able to still walk in my perfection right now. Many think that I turn away when they fail. I have not moved, nor do I intend to. I already see the beginning from the end. What changes you is spending time with me. There is no human effort that will alter you permanently, but my touch and love will. Let me take your brokenness and turn it into beauty. You are not called to strive in some religious rituals that are just a facade in reality. Be authentic before me. The shed blood of Christ washes away your need for performance and perfection. Accept this truth and blessing. People stare at what is wrong or what they do not like instead of seeing all the aspects that are going right and in my glory. When you focus on the good and just give me the bad to deal with, you will find it much easier to jump over any height of hurdle that comes your way. Let me do the good work in you. I have not called you to clean yourself up before you come before me. How could I expect something that is impossible for you to do? Man will throw everything at you at once to fix. But when you yield to me, I will address things one at a time. Pay attention to an area that seems to be coming up often right now. This is an issue that I am wanting to work on and change within you. Let me guide you on how I would do this in and through you. I created you, so I have the final say on what kind of vessel I am molding you into. You belong to me, and not the world of opinions all around. See the potter's wheel as a beautiful gift to you, and not a reason to think that I love you any less or differently. I love you the same as the moment I created you. Nothing will ever change how I feel about you. I made you to be loved and to give love. This is the highest call to your day. When you feel love is not the largest part of your life, I want you to come before me. I desire to explode all around you people that will breathe life and love into your very being. When you feel there is a lack, I will send my chosen to fill you up. You will not even have to look far and wide. I know just who is nearby, able to be the extension of my hands and heart. Yes, I saw all those that have hurt you, but I say to you, do not close yourself in behind walls that keep love out. Will you let me use you in the same manner? Can you remember a time when you just stumbled upon someone in need and you were the exact answer they were looking for? Guess what? You were sent without even knowing it. In fulfilling that assignment, you received just as much as you gave out. This is where I desire you to be, giving and receiving within my kingdom purposes. Understand that what you already possess is all that is required to use you. If I told you ahead of time, would you have spent days preparing instead of just being? Let me do the work within you. Striving in human flesh and will is not necessary and works against the ease of me using you as I please. There will always be people who demand to see your resume before they deem you qualified to serve me. If I can use a donkey with zero human ability, I can certainly use you for any and all things I wish to accomplish. I will guide you in areas that I plan to increase in you, through natural education and knowledge as well as spiritual. Let me choose which direction you must go to be equipped for my glory and honor. Man looks to the worth of a person, but I say that I am the one who makes you full of worth. Besides me, there is no higher truth or authority. I have called you. I find your value and worth complete in the finished work of the cross. I do not care what areas you see as weaknesses. I say to you that those aspects are exactly the ones that I will use the most. Just sit back and watch me use what is your least for my greatest. Would I do anything less for you? In the decrease, I will increase. And by my power alone will you walk on that water in all territories. It is time to put away the excuse book in your life and take that risk to a life beyond imagining in me. You will never regret a life with me at the center. Let laughter fill your surroundings. Yes, laughter. When you decide to dig deeper into my resolve and purposes, will you find my unspeakable joy. You do not need to explain to the deaf why you are finding so much peace, even in the most violent of storms. You are mine, who I am well pleased with. Chapters come and chapters go in your book of life. Allow the pages to turn and flow in my rivers. What seems empty and void will find my fresh fires this very day. Fire forges even the strongest of elements. I will mold and make the beauty from even the ashes. Just believe, and I will surely come through for you. It is my will and good pleasure to give you favor and blessings. Even when you see the enemy knock my promises out of your hand, do not be distraught. I will complete my word over your life. You will stand with what I have spoken. Quitting is not part of your vocabulary, and neither is it in my makeup. You were perfectly designed by my hand and for this time in human history. You are not just shuffling around trying to get from one point to the next. You are destined for greatness to rise up. Nothing will defeat you. Nothing will stop what I have ordained over your life. I breathe a fresh fire over your inner being. Be renewed, be restored. Hear the rustling around you. Do not be dismayed. You will find an increase of protection and watch as the arrows against you hit the ground well before they come into your atmosphere. You are my beloved. You have done well, and even though you felt like giving up, here you still stand. I am proud of how you have traversed these last few months. You found yourself digging in to see past the obstacles. Victory is surely your portion. You are not who you were even 2 years ago. Take a moment to look around, for you are moving through the fog into the clearing. Seasons change the atmosphere. Embrace what is to come. Allow my healing to dwell within your deepest reaches. Live in a lifestyle of heaven is already before you with all resources available to you. What you are in need of is for your now. Pray into your petitions with earnest. What you will not ask for will not find my hand commanding. You are to speak the miracle for it to manifest. Faith is what will bring what is not into what is. Faith as small as a mustard seed will enable giants to be slaughtered near and far. See it happening in your mind's eye, for it will surely become your reality. Stretch out your hand with full trust that I, as your Lord and King, will answer you in all matters. Decide what you desire and start walking towards it. Will I not put that dream in your spirit for you to walk out? Many wait for someone to give them authority or something magical to happen before they move. I say to you, just pick up your things, make the steps towards the picture, and soon all will come into order. The vision is before you. What you want to do in life surely requires knowledge and connections. Let me show you the best course to take for the highest level of success. No dream is too small or too big. Remain willing to learn and keep moving ahead. Do not stop because you received a closed door. I will open the right doors only, not the wrong doors. Even when something looks perfect, I know whether it truly is or not. Come to me. Revive even the dreams you had in your youth. Can I not pick up what has fallen to the ground and make it soar? I have called you to be prosperous in all things. Clear your wrong motives off the table and let's commune together about what you can do under the my umbrella. I will not allow even a good thing if you receive it to your detriment. This is not a denial but for your protection. Chasing after what is not in my will does eventually come crashing down in some time. I tell you, now is the time for you to chase after all that I am bringing up to your mind in this hour. Let your faith arise. You have learned what not to do. Stand with people going where you are going. Good counsel comes out of being around like-minded people. Hold out your hands. New tools are coming to you. Ask me for new talents to do what you are seeking. Can I not give an ability that was never there before? You are carved out of my image, and out of my image is a distinct drive to create. Be the creator that you were made to be. See an obstacle and create your solution. Will I not give you ideas to birth out through your own mind and hands? I desire for you to explore the world around you. I have fashioned you with limitless potential. Many are waiting for life to just happen to them. Take back your life and set your course with full intention behind your actions. You are not cast adrift. on a vast ocean subject to the terms of mere nature to guide you along. The enemy will tell you that there is no hope. But as you can see, I will even part the sea. You are not backed against a wall. Come out of hiding and get ready to be launched into freedom from all that has kept you in a lacking mindset. The authority you accept over your life is the one that governs you. Be careful which authority you have placed over your head. Not all have the right to be there. What you accept is what you allow. Use my divine wisdom to know which is the right path and which is full of deceptions and lies. Be mindful of who you take into your confidence. Not all will have your best interests, as their spirit is not for you. The serpent is a cunning principality and will use those around you to place illegal roadblocks before you. Do not accept what is not from my voice. The enemy knows what you are capable of through me. He will use the best offenses to disarm you. Stand and step over what is coming against you this hour. You may have to walk away from people and situations that continue to be influenced by even religious spirits. They will use manipulation to get you to stop doing something they deem as wrong. Cut off the head of the serpent and refuse to let it slither in your garden any longer. I will cover you and protect you under my pinions. For what can man do to you anyway, if I am your Lord? When people appear to wish for your harm and not your blessings, do not let that hurt and anger sink into your soul. Continue to hold your head up high, knowing that your Father in heaven has you in the palm of his hand. Nothing will I allow to reach your borders. Forgive and forget these transgressions against you. As you learn to walk in my love, I will be able to use you even to bring your enemy to my holiness. You hold the keys that the enemy is desperate to stop. Through your heart is his only weapon against you. Pay close attention to the reason behind all reasons why you are experiencing verbal attacks. The emotions that are being stirred up are the ones you will need to master under your complete control and authority. Make no mistake that others will take notice of how you handle these situations. Let your testimony rise high in the heavens. No good ever comes when your emotions lead you around like a brittled horse. These issues that you are under are mere smoke screens to keep your mind and will off the areas that are really important. If you fall into every pitfall and snare from the enemy, you will lose the traction and ground you are meant to occupy. Areas of your life will scream and look like the most vital aspects to deal with, but are they really? Many storms go away all on their own just as quickly as they appeared on the horizon. They hate you because they have hated me first. Even what is hidden is more visible than you realize. Brush off the negative words spoken, for you are not defined by your enemies. I am your creator. What I say about you is the only truth you are to be in. For this is where I can use you. Submitted and yielded to me alone. Feelings are fickle. Just as the winds blow against you today, they will surely shift towards another tomorrow. Spend your energy on things that are everlasting for my name's sake. Do not get sucked into conflict that will do you no good in reality, for this too shall pass. I am changing your heart, which will change your mind. Watch as matters you were stuck in one motion alone suddenly are unclogged and flow in rivers from a completely different direction. I am a Father who will not leave you as I found you. Today I found you, and today I will deliver you from what is holding you back. Forsake the old, dried up roads of yesterdays. I have poured fresh oil over your life. The new wineskins are ready. The field is waiting to be harvested. You have come through, and now is your time to celebrate and enjoy what I have set aside for you. Take off your sackcloths. I have wiped away the shame from your youth. Look up, for my goodness surrounds you. I am invading your atmosphere. Heaven is at your ready. Ask, seek, knock. I will not withhold from those walking in righteousness. You are my love, and one who I am for through each and every challenge that you face. Stand up. Be transformed from glory to glory, now and forever. You are chosen. You are prepared, and today you are sent. I am not concerned if you stumble. Just get back up. I will hand your enemies over to you. I will restore your lands once more. I forsake not one promise over your life. Come into full alignment, and you will definitely see that promise flow in and out of you. There are wells before you that were not dug by your hands, and yet I have given them to you. Unprecedented favor is given not for what you have done, but for who your Father is. I want you to understand that you are not doing acts to get me to love you more. Beloved, I already love you completely. There is no higher level to obtain. I show my love in many ways, and this is your season to experience an abundance like none other. Stop comparing yourself to others for better or worse. You are not getting a better or worse deal like a sibling who receives more or less love from a parent. All of my children are my royalty. You are already sitting in heavenly places. You are already entitled to a position of honor. Forsake the temptations of the flesh and reject the lies coming from to and fro. Love one another, as this is what pleases me. Be joyful for your brothers and sisters. Support and encourage the downtrodden. Stretch out your hand and stretch out your heart. As I fill you up, you will overflow to a lost and dying world. This world will bring trouble and heartache, but it is not about where you are right now. It is about what I am doing about all that is your past, present, and future. You will arrive in full unspeakable jubilee. You will arrive. How does one go about arriving, you ask? Look forward and let go of what was. Many are looking for heaven to be their bliss. My kingdom has already come to earth. You are not waiting for one day someday. You have everything before you to manifest your miracle. Do not place obstacles up that are not really there. I am Yahweh, and there is no higher. Who can deny you what was already bought and paid for? Your hands are not empty, but very full. Look again. You have a choice to see my truth, or what is sold to you as truth. My glory rests upon you. You are not breaking. You are being made by my hands. My people need to stop looking at what is going wrong and start looking at what is going right. From this will you be springboarded into all that I have for you in this hour. When you focus on what you do not like, you will miss what I have already turned around for your benefit. Trees were designed to sway in the wind. Consider yourself merely swaying, and soon your vessel will become stronger and stronger until this current wind will only feel like a light breeze. What was hard for you to endure in the past is no longer, and today's challenges are for you to grow and develop into what I am making you into. Mighty vessels do not happen in a vacuum. You must be exposed to the elements of life. You must know that you have been tried and come out true. I know what you will become. It is you that needs to discover and believe. Children believe they can become anything, but somewhere over the years, that light grows dimmer for some. I want you to look at that inner child and believe once more. It does not matter who has not seen the greatness lying deep beneath the surface. I am not motivated about what others think about you. It is your mind and heart that I seek this day. It does not matter if you are called in your youth or in old age. I am the one who will give you a destiny beyond imagining. It is not too late to decide to live a life sold out unto me. Many think that I would do this for another, but not for them. Why not you? Is there something I do not know about you that would somehow disqualify this mission? If I was looking for perfection, I would just use my angels. I choose to use mankind for my plans near and far. I put amazing gifts and talents in each one, and the Master's hand will all come into reality. What I have inside of you can only be truly lifted to the heights above all heights through my power. It is time to no longer live in the world of what is, and decide to take a leap of faith. Faith in me. I will not let you fall. I have beauty for your ashes. I have unspeakable joy and more blessings than any room would contain. You were made for such a time as this. What you are going through, you are designed to overcome. It does not matter how hot this fire has gotten. With one breath, I will put it out. Consider the battle won, and it is time to collect the spoils. It is time to march on from this place. You don't live here anymore. Take only what I tell you, for your needs have already been supplied. Watch as all that comes against you suddenly disappear with no movement from your own effort. Watch as years of disappointment becomes a fruitful crop. This is your year for full restoration. Do not look at the fog and think that it is not truly coming towards you. I will not go back on my promises. You are not who you were. Just as a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, so too will your life feel reborn, but also strange and unfamiliar. How you used to do things will no longer work for you. I have given you new tools and new instructions on how to accomplish all that has been set out before you. A fresh level of learning is on the horizon. With each year of graduation comes a higher plane for you to walk on. Do not look to the old ways and try to pick up what I have asked you to place down. I have much better for you in the coming months and years. All that you have gone through, both good and bad, has made you ready for what lies before you. Heaven is celebrating all around you and for you. These are unprecedented times and events that are being released in my kingdom. Enjoy this time in your life. Days of wonderment and amazement will fill your heart. Keep asking, seeking, and knocking, for as you do, brand new doors will continue to show themselves to you. My people are at the threshold of a 10-year journey that will change and shift everything that has defined my people up until this point in history. The world will forever be changed by what is coming forth from my royal sons and daughters. Though many feel you are a curse, my people will be a great blessing to the nations, and the lost will come into the kingdom in a multitude of numbers. Find today that the storm does not dissipate but intensify. I am rising you up through the center of the winds and giving you a new vantage point. There is purpose to everything under heaven and earth. You have forgotten lessons that once you had mastered, and now they will serve you once again. Allow the mystery to be revealed. Look again. I have not hidden the road before your feet. You are walking on the water. You are walking on the fire. You are walking on the air. You are more than skin and bones. I have forged you out of spirit. And today, walk in what this fully means in this hour. The challenges of life are not meant to take you out with a cycle of grumbling and complaining. Rise up. You are not defeated. Who said that you were? I said you will hold all victory. See yourself in this fashion and it will become your reality. Write the vision, lest you perish through willful ignorance. No force, no power, no illegitimate voice will stop you. The battle is mine. Give it all to me, and I will show you the war strategy for you to carry out. Many go about what they think is right, only to be derailed time and time again. I have not left you to your own defenses. Rise up. I am before you. You can't always run. I know you want to arise sooner, but there are times you need to walk, and even other times when you need to stand still. A master clock maker has to take multiple components and place them in precise locations in relation to the other parts to establish the right synchronization. One thing out of place or rushed will not give the finished product that is being sought. I do not wish that you have to start over in what I am doing in this season. There are delicate matters that need a delicate hand and tools. Let me put the pieces in the right order and timing. Time is on your side for a benefit, not a disservice. Do not see time as your enemy. I am the creator of time, and so you will have the time to do everything I place in your spirit to accomplish. You are not supposed to be a slave to time. Change your mindset and live in my freedom. I have not called you to pile on task after task and issue after issue onto yourself. Ask me what to place down and what to pick up. You need a balance in your life. If I say that my burden is light, decide not to give yourself more than what I want to allow in your life. Doing more does nothing for you in reality. I am not grading you on a performance graph or curve. What man believes that you are to do or not to do is not your portion. I am teaching my people how to walk without fear of what man can do. What rages at your castle walls will not harm you even on a cloudy day. Keep your focus and decisions based on my plan for your day. Have you figured out what that is yet? There are times when you have more freedom to choose, and there are other times that I give you very little wiggle room. If you are seeking me, I will make sure you do not miss the important turns in the road. I hear your prayers and see your struggles in what you should do or where you should go. I am speaking to those very issues in new and familiar ways. My desire is that your seeing and hearing becomes sharper so that you will recognize my movements far sooner. I am giving you moments to practice growing in your spiritual tuning. My frequency is always flowing from the throne room. Slow down in your day, and you will notice what has been there all along. I have promised not to leave you without my spirit. You are never alone, for I will always be right there with you. Sunrise and sunsets were created to give you a clear sign when it is time to get busy and when it is time to rest. Adopt these cues in your life in all ways, not just a few. I am teaching you a better way, and one that will be full of balance. You see, you cannot be effective if you are burning the candle at both ends. I have called you to enjoy your life, and too much work will not benefit you in the long run. You will eventually pick up assignments that I did not send you to. Refreshing waves are coming to you. I am filling your spirits with my goodness and so much laughter. I am reaching through your darkness and shining the light of heaven over you. Watch as my angels come to your aid. Speak to your mountain, for I am in the business of removing mountains. Walk this day with your head held high. I am stretching and making you. Growth does not happen in a bubble, but tested against the trials of life. You are not falling. I have you fully in my arms. Cast aside fear and negative thoughts that nothing will ever change. You are made for change. You are made for victory in all things. You are priceless and irreplaceable in my kingdom. For the trumpets have already sounded, and your resources are on the way. In the next few months, you will watch your to-do list get smaller and smaller. Look and see that your completed list gets longer and longer. I am working behind the scenes to resolve all that your list requires. Place your focus on my voice and hands. Speak to my heart, and I will speak to yours. Walk with me, hand in hand. What lies ahead is joyous. Do not fear. I will take you step by step into the dawn of a new era for you, my beloved. Dwell in your heart and mind of the lovely aspects in the kingdom, and that is what will explode in your life every day. I put my spirit within you. There is no part of your day that I am not right there with you. What you desire to see in fullness is what you will see. When you believe I am off somewhere far, far away, you will act and react to your world as a lone soldier. Instead, see me as a loving Father who is actively involved in your happy moments just as much as your disappointments. Find within yourself the understanding that people need what you have deep inside of you. Let me push away what is keeping those gems and treasures hidden. Layered within is the center of your purpose while you are here on earth. It is time for full self-discovery. Even if you think you have uncovered all that there is to know, I have so much more to show you. Your days are overflowing with my goodness and new exploits at every turn. I have not called you to live a life of boring routines. I want you to soar from glory to glory in all things. It is time to decide if you want to live so or extraordinary. I have written out the blueprints of your life. Even the missteps are woven into the magnificent tapestry. I am wooing you into my arms this very day. Forget the regrets of yesterday. Now is your time for greatness. Now is your time to walk in what I have destined for you at the very foundations. You are not a mistake or accident. I thought of you and breathed you into existence. Do not look at your life with hatred. I love you so very much. I will come through for you. The dark will always leave in the presence of my light. Let's walk this day out together and just watch as your moment of turnarounds manifest from the shift in the atmosphere. Your latter days will be greater than your former. Trust me, my healing rains are falling. So much pain and so much grief has been part of your life for far too long. I am freeing you of the prison bars that have encapsulated aspects of your life. I am refreshing your direction and giving you strength to walk out. What was sent to destroy you did not. What is sent to heal you would do so without any visible evidence you were ever wounded. I am the resetter of time. What was sent to harm you will launch you higher than you would have gotten had that incident not come your way. I can change anything to your benefit, and I will surely do no less for those that put their faith and trust in me. You were made to walk on that water in all things. I will sustain you. I will keep you, and I will bless you. You have nothing to fear. I have numbered your days. I have ordered your steps. Come and follow me, for there are greater days ahead than what you have left behind. It only takes a minute to step out of my will and only a minute to realign. It is time to get busy and back on track. What you thought was a bad hand dealt to you is about to bring you a multitude of wealth to your spirit. What I am teaching you in this hour is so invaluable. Many missing pieces that you have been asking, seeking, and knocking for are coming down in this rain. Your spiritual senses are coming into clarity. What you thought was one thing would turn out to be something entirely different. What you thought you were walking towards will turn out to be something out of this world with favor that you could not have imagined was waiting here for you. It is your moment to walk into the fullness that I have for you. You are a blessing to me, and I will restore all that you are lacking. Many see brokenness as the end, but I say it is the beginning. Hand over all that is too much for you to bear. Hand over what failed to produce the beauty first intended. I know just what to do with a hope deferred. Yes, evil moved against what I set into motion, but I am the Alpha and Omega. I will decide the outcome in the end. My goodness surrounds your circumstances. My prosperity will be your portion once again. My Son dwells inside, even your most hidden corners. I will not let you fall into a damaged state. Look up, for your deliverer is in the atmosphere. Feel the shift as my presence dissolves even the greatest of cares. You are my priority. I am taking you to the mountaintops to provide a new perspective on what has been transpiring around you. Things are not always what they appear on the surface. You have overcome even when you think all has been ruined. Watch and see what I command next on your behalf. All has been taken care of even when you can't see the finale yet. Trust in the one who created you out of my perfect love. I will not fail you, my beloved. I will not fail you in any need, great or small. I have your footsteps ordered. Forget about what fell short and focus on the miraculous that I am arranging right before your eyes. Tomorrow will look nothing the way you expected. I have only the extraordinary as your gift. You have come across those that were friends but turned into enemies. You have withstood doubters to the truth of your path from me. Many have judged your heart and your integrity. Do not spend a moment more with thoughts of people who are not invited to reap this joy with you. That time of pain will not revisit to overshadow the abundance of the happiness about to befall your face. You have stuck next to me and followed well even when the road was fogged in. Your missteps are being made right before you this hour. The dreams that we have co-created together are about to be your mighty stepping stones to great freedom and liberty. Did you hear that? Liberty from what man can do to you. What I am doing in and through you will not be denied before my throne. I have called you, raised you, and now you are sent. It does not matter what the response is from those near and far. It does not matter who demands you to justify your actions. You have my shield, my protection over your life. No man has power over you even when they stomp their feet over and over. Do not quit and do not hesitate to move where I lead you to. I alone have qualified you. My authority and power dwell in and through you. You are walking on the water and nothing will cause you to stumble. This is the time you were made to walk in. This is the land you were created to subdue. Your territory has expanded and your influence will not be held back. I am sending you helpers to be the extension of your arms and feet. This is what you have asked me for and prepared to walk out for my name's sake. You are my beloved, and I am releasing a new level of discernment before you. Many come bearing kisses on the cheek only to betray you at the very next turn. I will show you long before they come onto the scene who these people are. You will have greater clarity to know who is for you and who is against you. Time does not heal all wounds, but I do. What was spoken against you, set to give you a sting of immobilization, is going to be turned against those that deliver those words. I will give you double for your trouble. Nothing is out of my watchful eye. Nothing. I will answer those who target you for harm. You are walking out of these moments with a renewed strength and resolve. I waste nothing in your life. Even what was not part of my plans can make you and not break you. Trust me to carry you through. Many choose to become pawns of the enemy, thinking that what is right in their own mind is right in mine as well. It is not. I will not overlook those that do things in my name when they are not in my will. I will decide the outcome of your life. I will illuminate who is in the correct vein of my flow and who will be cast out. Many claim to know me, but I do not know them. Rise above the attacks coming from near and far. The enemy knows you are moving into a higher level and desires to throw you off your game. Ignore what truly does need to be ignored. See through the attacks to know that I am coming through on your behalf. What you were reluctant to drop and release, I will be shaking out of your hands. I have been gently nudging you to let go. And that is what a father does. Listen to my soft whisper the first time. This thing you want so dearly will destroy your walk later on. Yes, indeed, that grave to your situation. What seems like a harmless item has the potential to cause you to give up your journey for an entire season. Voices will come to try to shift and control your course. You will hear the challenging to my words, but be careful what you finally choose to do. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Embrace his words and you will become blind to his charms. Do not become lost in the confusion. My sheep know my voice. You must spend time with me and be in my presence to know my voice. As you grow in your walk with me, more and more will come with greater clarity, but you must put in the daily efforts to be before me. Open your mind to all that I might say to you. There are aspects of your life that are continually wearing you down, and unless you make the change, you will not be able to move into new territories set aside just for you. You cannot walk into the new using old ways. Old wineskins will not hold new wine. You are that wineskin. You must let me make you into the new vessel for this hour that can carry you through to the other side. How things used to flow with you will no longer be the case. I am for your now. David tried on the King Saul's armor only to find out that it was not the right fit. He had to make a choice to only go out to meet the giants with what I was sending him with. What I send you out with will be exactly what is needed, nothing more and nothing less. You will not always feel prepared, but know that you are in my fullness and truth. People will tell you that you are not ready, but I will send you out regardless, for I am the one who declares now is your time to march. Sometimes you don't know what to do or say about a situation. What you have tried has not worked the way you have hoped. You have waited for my swift hand, but found my timing had not arrived yet. Know today, my beloved, that the time is now in the right position to hand you the victory. What you have petitioned for and sowed in tears is being dealt with even in this hour. I will not leave the score unsettled. What came to your door was not of your own doing, and the works of the enemy are receiving my gavel of justice. Even those who claim innocence in their guilt will be handed my verdict. No one will leave without their just dues. Stand strong, for your Father in heaven has heard your case. You will stand in the court of many who are cheering you on to run the race to completion. These pebbles in your shoes are being removed. What the enemy has used to try to stop you, I will use to take you even higher, beyond the effects of these storms. You are coming into a time when you will know that all things really are possible. Just believe, for I am your rear guard, and no weapon aimed at you will I allow to penetrate and become a festering wound. What others can't see as invaluable in you, I will use for my glory and honor. You are highly favored and blessed before me. Do not drop your crown or lower yourself to those who are beneath you. You will never find your identity in Christ when you are looking to family, friends, and strangers to define who you are. There are depths to who you are that even you have yet to discover. One by one, I am exposing the beauty that lies dormant in you. I am eliminating the reproach that you have been living in. I am not disappointed in you. Did you hear that? Even with what you consider your biggest failures, I am ready to take you to regions of glory. Do you not understand yet? I am not grading you on some harsh scale of approval versus non-approval. I am not categorizing all that you do or say in a measure that you could never live up to. Your faith is what pleases me. When you reach out beyond yourself to grab a hold of that mustard seed of belief, Trust and hope is when I can move in and out of your life. You are the one who activates my voice and hand in your life, but not by performance that religion teaches. I am a loving Father who wants to be involved in all matters of your day. I look forward to our talks and you sharing your hopes and dreams. Did you know that many of the things that you long for the most are there because I placed them inside your heart in the first place? Come before me and ask boldly. If you are not asking for what is impossible for man, then you are not asking with the boldness and risk that I am telling you to reach for. Many have given up because they did not get an answer when they thought I was supposed to answer. Understand that if I do not prepare you to receive some of your desires, you will squander all that I have stored up for you, much like the prodigal son. I do not desire you to go through heartbreak by receiving too soon. You are already worthy of all that I have. All is your inheritance. I am sending a breaker anointing to those who suffer from unhealthy addictions. It does not matter what this struggle is. I am coming to you with freedom in my hands. Reach up and grab a hold of this movement, for the chains are falling even in this hour. The enemy of your soul thought you were defeated and down for the final count, but I say no. I have greater things for you to do, and I am releasing the hands of oppression. I am showing you in this hour just how precious you are to me. I will heal up those deep wounds and establish fresh purpose and joy that you have never known before. The world may let you down, but I, the Lord your God, will claim you for the whole world to see. Wipe away the tears of shame and condemnation. This does not have a place in your future. It is time for you to wear your crown proudly, for what was stolen will be given back to you in greater measure than you ever could imagine. Turn away from the bitterness you have held on to. What is past is certainly past. Your future is a clean slate and clear of all of the past troubles. See the new that I am doing all around you. Do not be afraid to come before the throne and ask boldly. Nothing is too great or too small. Ask for everything you desire. Will I not supply according to my riches and glory? Your closest friend may not even understand you, but I know exactly what led you to where you are today. I will take you higher and farther because of what you have gone through over these years. Is there anyone I cannot redeem and use as a beacon on a hill? I chose you long ago for a destiny. I will not allow that to be compromised. You are the only one who can reject what I desire to do in and through you. You are my beloved. Your cries have been heard. And today you will see and hear my answer thunder in the distance, getting closer and closer until you walk out of the dark and fully into my light and favor. My arms surround you this hour. My goodness will not deny you.